ITM Cup is proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery.
Canterbury have been the pace setters in the early stages of the ITM Cup with convincing victories over both Auckland and Waikato. And tonight they're back at home here at AMI Stadium in Christchurch to host a Northland side which was in scintillating form last Saturday in beating last season finalist Wellington. It's a cool August night in Christchurch, conditions though not too bad for the third match for both teams. Well, Northland coach Darren Whitcomb hasn't really had to make too many changes. In fact, he's only made the one, and he's brought the experienced loosehead Ross Wright back into the starting 15, and Namatahi Wah shifts across to the tight head, and the remainder of the side is the same that did a demolition job on Wellington. They showed a real ability to run in long-range tries, and Dan Hawkins in the number 10 jersey was able to complement that with some very good goal kicking. So that's the Northland setup for tonight. Big night for them. Joining me in commentary tonight is former Black Justin Marshall.
Yes, good evening, Grant, and welcome in everybody as we look in both changing rooms. Northland will be the first team that'll run out, and Canterbury here at home at AMI Stadium. Let's have a look at this Canterbury team, and it's nearly an entirely new look from this Canterbury side that will take on Northland at AMI Stadium. Canterbury head coach Scott Robertson has made 12 changes to his starting 15. Joe Moody and Colin Slade have been released for black duty to play at prop. At first five for Canterbury this week, Moody will pack down alongside Ben Fennell and Nico Lalala. Nasi Manu will play his first game of the season. Willie Hines will take a spot on the bench to give Mitchell Drummond his first start at halfback. And the wings will be occupied by Kira Soma and Thompson.
Well, it is August, so weather is a factor. Let's find out it from Brendan Laney, sideline.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Evening, everyone. Yes, you're right. It is chilly down here, but still conditions pretty nigh on perfect for running rugby. A wee bit of dew on the ground, but I don't think it's going to affect things too much. This Northland side played pretty well last week. They'll be keen to fire into it. And this Canterbury side, well, they've just trucked on from what they've done last year. Really looking forward to this match. Should be a good one.
Yes, absolutely. And, well, Northland lost, as you can see, to Manawatu in week one narrowly. But then one of the talking points of week two was their annihilation of Wellington. And next up will be Hawke's Bay. But their focus right here and now is on Canterbury, as Cam Eyre is about to bring them out onto the field. They should be chock full of confidence. As I mentioned earlier, Darren Whitcomb, their coach, hasn't had to do much with the starting lineup. He's stuck with the blokes who did the job for him last week. Last time they were down here, they played at Rugby Park. That, of course, was after the earthquake. And Canterbury played for a season or two over at Rugby Park. Canterbury, though, have won have won the last 11 contests between the two teams. So, obviously, going in as hot favourites.
Yeah, they certainly will be. The challenge for Canterbury, obviously, after their blistering start to the season, is to make sure that those 12 changes that Scott Robertson has made, make sure they get in sync and rhythm like the team has over the last 2 weeks. Their next match is against Otago and Dunedin, but in the minds of a lot of these young players who are getting an opportunity tonight, it'll be making sure that they get a good performance and get their home win against Northland. Led out by Nasi Manu, who makes his way back into the ITM Cup as captain, and surely his presence will be much needed in this inexperienced side.
And Colin Slade as well. So while Scott Robertson has left one or two of the big guns out, he has certainly brought some of them back as well. You saw Colin Slade there, Joe Moody as well, and Nasi Manu, his first game of the season. He's becoming something of a veteran now. 64th game for Canterbury, Nasi Manu. So we've got the players, so we're just lacking officials at the moment. I'm sure that'll happen eventually. They're making a grand entrance. Here they come. And here is our referee tonight. Aki Aso is doing the job. And his assistants will be Kane McBride and Blair Barclay. And the television match official tonight is Grant Dixon. So we're all set here. Third week of the ITM Cup. Good win last night. Taranaki over Waikato. Those sides have to play again in this round and this weekend. But right here in Christchurch, it is Northland against Canterbury. And Dan Hawkins will get the game started. And there's very little breeze tonight, so the ball falls nicely for Manu, captain tonight of the Canterbury side. Now Mitchell Drummond is at halfback tonight in place of Willie Hines, as Slade bangs one away downfield, and it's been knocked back by Mathalai. Dangerous runner. We'll see him, I'm sure, at some stage in an attacking sense as Matthew Wright bangs his kick away downfield, and Slade decides to bring it back and gets to within 5 metres of halfway as Drummond works it across to Adam Whitelock. In fact, he's the only Whitelock in the starting lineup tonight. Have been 4 of them at various times over the years. Joel Everson takes it up, and the first penalty goes the way of Canterbury.
And a penalty, I think, that Northland certainly needed. As we look towards Colin Slade now from our camera angle here, as if Canterbury could have recycled that ball out this way towards you, Brendan. They certainly had some numbers, and Northland was scrambling to get back on defence.
Yeah, did right. It's one thing they do really well. They set up extremely wide, make sure they have got numbers wide, so they've got that option. And you're right, Northland were battling a wee bit there, so probably, I know they were penalised, was probably quite timely.
First line out throw tonight then for Ben Fennell. He's got plenty of tall timber to aim for. Simons and Everson. Or has been tipped away though by Northland, so the first throw from Fennell was just a little bit short of the mark. Takalua gets it back for Hawkins, and he bangs it off down towards halfway. Canterbury want to go quickly, and away it goes to Moanga, and moved across to Thompson from the right wing side. That's the halfway line as Drummond feeds it up, and the kick through by Moanga is a good one. Richie Moanga, who was a very good player in the New Zealand under-20 team just recently at their World Cup. So the first line out throw from Matthew Moulds was a good one, and charging it up goes Nkosi. Northland through Tom Murday. Now a nice short pass by Takalua, the halfback. As Northland work it through Dan Pryor, getting fairly close to this near touchline as Takalua works it away to Hawkins, and back it goes for Troy Gilbert, and Moanga in good position. Sizes up the opportunities, hands it off to Thompson, and taken down by Mathalai. Now Hawkins trading the kicks as Moanga, and he's dropped it behind him, and good work by Fennell getting back, and now it's there for Drummond. Slade works it across for Sanders. Here's an opportunity for Kirisoma, and an awkward bounce, but he did really well again, did Mathalai. They're stuck inside their own 22 here, Northland, and they need a good clearing kick. And Troy Gilbert, well, it slides off the side of the boot, and Canterbury will have an attacking line out.
Well, it only takes one slip of concentration, and they were working very well there, Northland, and the kicking exchanges were reasonably even. They finally forced a mistake from Moanga, but they didn't react urgently enough, and Canterbury developed an overlap, got themselves into this position.
First line-out throw was a bit wonky. This time it works well, though, for Canterbury. Slade works it out to the new man in the centres. That's Jack Goodhue. Run on debut tonight as Slade takes it to the line. Thompson just near the 22. And it'll come back for Mitchell Drummond. Slade again, short pass, and Laulala. Northland defence holding up well as Moanga goes in and plays at halfback. Now the little dribble along the ground, and the bounce is, well, nicely covered by halfback Takulua. They all look around to see where the halfback is, and in fact he's on the bottom of the ruck. So I think that's Tom Murdo, the big lock, who's belted that downfield. Good kick. Again, Canterbury go quickly and trying to build from the back through Moanga. And he threw an almost impossible pass at Colin Slade, and he knocked it on. I think he was trying to run a decoy there, Slade, but he found himself getting the ball instead. Canterbury player down.
The energy that Canterbury have already shown in this match and already in their first 2 games of the season, Brendan, you would think if Northland and tempo they're playing at, they need to kick their balls into the stand or out of the stadium to try and slow the game down a bit, because at the moment, just over the touchline, Canterbury want to play at every opportunity.
Yeah, he did right, and the thing is, this Northland side, they've got a couple of decent kickers in the side that probably don't need to bite off as much. And just maybe, like you said, stick it right in there, because this team, they just want to get the ball in play and get their game going. But Takulua did a great job here on the cover. He might have caught one in the back on the way through, but did an outstanding job to cover. Like you said, they put a lot of pressure on Canterbury then. It possibly might be the injury.
Yeah, I think it is actually, Brendan, and Luke Whitelock might need to come on. Here is the new man, Jack Goodhue. Pretty tough getting a start these days in the Canterbury side, so good on him for getting his run-on debut tonight. Here's Luke Whitelock as they have a look at Jed Brown here. And, well, it must be tough being an open side flanker around here, because, of course, Matt Todd not required tonight. And there's a fella called McCaw who lurks around from time to time as well.
Yeah, not a bad replacement to bring on. And Luke Whitelock already been involved in the All Blacks setup, and they certainly have got plenty of them around here.
Yeah, well, I guess they're going to have to work out who's going to be their genuine open side flanker out of the 3. It certainly won't be Nasi Manu. You wouldn't have thought.
Well, I've been impressed with Jed Brown in the couple of games he has played. He's been really busy. He's worked hard, especially off the ball. He's put a lot of pressure on the 10s, and he's really shown he's got that knee pretty heavily strapped anyway, so be interesting to see how it goes in the next 5 minutes.
So, play to resume. Nearly 6 minutes gone here. And won by the skipper, Cameron Eyre. As Northland or Hawkins ducks under a high one. And there's Brown. He's right over the top of it, trying to turn it over. And I think somebody has. It might be your Whitelock who's turned it over as Drummond. And now Canterbury swing onto attack. Here's Fennell. Just lacking some pacey backs out there. 1 or 2 forwards getting involved. As Canterbury continue to put the pressure on here. Whitelock again, who turned the ball over. And busting through a couple of tackles. Drummond again. Off it goes to Slade. He goes short. Big gap opens up here for Simons. And Canterbury now starting to find their feet in the match as Drummond clears it out. And gets it wide for Kerisoma. Northland really having to make some tackles. Moody gets drilled in a good tackle by Pryor. Now Drummond again, as they sling it wide for Moanga, and Orhan gets in the road and knocks it into touch. It'll be a knock on.
Let's just have a look at this lovely pass here from Colin Slade. He takes the ball to the line. There it is there, and if we just pause it there, look, he's got all those options there, and then as we roll it on, he just goes forward and then just lays it up perfectly. Plenty of Northland defenders there, but the trail runners were perfect, and Slade's ability to find the right man, superb.
Yeah, they do it well, don't they? They get numbers round. Lalala was the guy that got taken in the tackle. He missed him in New Simons, and like I said, he's just got good options around him.
Okay, first scrum then, and Canterbury feed it through Drummond. Manu detaches, Drummond goes short. Thompson tries to step his way through. Drummond gets there again. Now Slade, this one's been lost forward, and of some relief to the Northland defenders as the ball is lost forward by Tom Sanders.
Well, they need to get their exit play right here, don't they, Brendan? Because at the moment, Canterbury basically with 90% territory. They've tried to be creative for some of their plays out the back and a bit of manipulation, but they've not got the kick away, and it's really snowballing on them at the moment.
Yeah, and one thing that Canterbury do is they live off mistakes. They're very good at it. They turn mistakes into points. So you're right, Northland really do have to do their exit play bang on here. I would hazard a guess they'll probably use the right-hand side of the field.
Big test for the Northland scrum. Canterbury have got a big scrum. They've got a Super Rugby front row, but they've held up okay as Takalua gets it off down into Canterbury territory. Bit of a misunderstanding between Kirasoma and Moanga, and play will go to ground just on the Northland side of halfway. 9 minutes gone, still no score as it goes over to Joel Everson, and Drummond gets there quickly. Now Slade, he's overcooked that well and truly. I think he was trying to kick for his winger, but completely overdid it, Colin Slade. So Matthew Moulds for Northland, who haven't spent much time in Canterbury territory so far in the match. He just overthrew it, and in the end it's not straight. No real excuses tonight. Not a great deal of wind around at all. Yeah.
Well, Justin, the ball they're going to get, they're going to have to do right. The set piece especially. Now, they're their core roles. They've got to be done right.
Yeah, absolutely right, Brendan. The key element is getting their hands on the ball and trying to hold on to it and break this defensive line of Canterbury's down and get points when they're offered.
So when it goes from Drummond, another kick across field. This time he's got it absolutely right, but has been spilled in the finish. Had it for a while. Milford Kirasoma. Beautifully weighted kick by Colin Slade. Northland defending in fairly close here.
Coach. Set to run again, Northland. Kosi, the Fijian, is in at first receiver. Hawkins is in behind him, the first 5.
Takaloa gets it in. Again, the scrum holds up okay. So here is the run from Nakosi, a good strong one too, busting a few tackles, and then it's a bit untidy, and into contact goes Murday. And Takalua works it off, and Canterbury haven't had to defend so much in the game so far, as Winston Stanley is held up here. And this could end up being a turnover ball, but it looks like it's coming back for the Cambridge Blues. And taken in once more. Just probing away here, looking for gaps. Air hands it on to Troy Gilbert. And that's a good kick. That's a very good kick by Troy Gilbert. And for the first time, really, after 12 minutes, Northland are going to be able to pressurise a Canterbury line-out inside the 22.
Good pressure, boys.
Well, it doesn't look as though Jed Brown is comfortable.
5 man.
It was a nasty collision when he made that tackle.
Does not look good, does he? He's not really bending that knee.
Canterbury have thrown fairly quickly into the line-out as Manu takes it up. well inside the 22, so he can make the clearance now. Slade, and off the left boot, it wobbles its way downfield. It's nowhere near going out. And an opportunity here for the counter-attack from Northland, and they showed in the Wellington game that they can run them in from a long way out. And Takalua, it's slow ball though. Canterbury have had a chance to get the reinforcements there. Now they work it back to this near side. There's Troy Gilbert. Now Takalua for Hawkins. And a good ball movement out into midfield. And the penalty goes against Canterbury. So this is an opportunity for Northland to register first points in this game.
Was better from Northland. That time they got in over the advantage line and managed to get a Canterbury player on the wrong side of the ruck to win the penalty. But they're going from quick ball to slow ball. What they need to do is try and get 2 or 3 phases in a row that are quick, and then those Canterbury defenders won't be as aggressive coming into line. At the moment it's 2 stop start in between the phases, but you can see there Lala can't roll away. And the irony of rugby, all the possession, all the territory with Canterbury, Brendan, and Northland get the first opportunity for points.
Yeah, bang in front as well, and he's a pretty handy wee kicker, Hawkins. He's 73%. Any goal kicker be pretty happy with that. I know I would.
Come on, you must have been that back in your day. Chainsaw from the touchline all the time.
Yeah, with the left foot as well, I doubt it.
Okay, so Dan Hawkins, Canterbury looking to make that change. Jude Brown looks like he's about to leave. In the meantime, Hawkins' kick for goal is right down the centre. And somewhat against the run of play, Northland, and they've got their fans here tonight, have an early lead, 3 points to 0.
There's that change, guys. Unfortunately, Jude Brown, his knee's just not held up. Hopefully he's okay. Number 19, Luke Whitelock, coming on. We'll be interesting to see where he does slot in. Does he go to 7?
Slade, and too big from Colin Slade. So Northland have a few options. The one most likely, though, will be the scrum back at halfway, and their scrum seems to be holding up okay at the moment.
Certainly does. Well, let's just have a look at this kicking style of Hawkins, which is very, very brief. 1, 2, 3 steps. Not often you see that, and he hits it with heaps and heaps of distance, well and truly sailed over there, but usually it's 5 or 6 paces back, a couple to the side. Everybody's got their own technique, but not usually that close to the ball. It shows you the power you can generate from a couple of steps.
Yeah, and he hit it sweet, all right. I suppose that the upside to that is less steps, less chances of making a mistake, and you certainly give that a good odd thump.
So Luke Whitelock is on this near side. A bit hard to know whether it's open or blind because they're right in the centre of the park. As air detaches, off it goes to Takulua. And it's a penalty with Canterbury detaching early. Tom Sanders. Okay, now let's have a look and see whether Hawkins, the feeling that he got the distance okay about 10 metres further forward. Is he going to have a go here? Yep, you bet.
Yeah, unfortunately there, just breaking a wee bit early. Tom Sanders just whipped off. You see the injury there to Jude Brown. Hopefully it's not a major. He looked pretty sore though, but as we see here, here's the scrum. Justin, just a wee bit too keen.
Certainly was, but as you mentioned, Nisbo, that's a Super Rugby front row they're up against here, Northland, and yes, they've been not on the ascendancy, but they've still got all of their ball back, so they can be quite happy with the way they're fronting up there up front at the moment.
Well, they brought the experienced Ross Wright back in tonight. He's on that loose head side. He's been around a wee while. So no change, just a couple of paces, and bang, off it goes, and distance will be good, and direction not quite so good. So it stays at 3 points to 0. Northland lead. Canterbury made all these changes, and I suppose it takes a while to get combinations as the ball falls for Matthew Wright, and his kick claimed by his opposite Moanga. Now Northland have got him up here, and they'll be keen to keep him up, which means they'll turn it over if this doesn't come away. In fact, it has with Pryor, and off it goes to Wah, the big tight head prop. Lays it back for Takalua, and Northland, will they like with the ball in hand? That's a good driving tackle by Whitelock. That's Luke Whitelock. So he makes an immediate impact with a good, strong tackle. And Slade's kick safely into touch. So Canterbury swing back onto attack. All those attacks so far, though, have been repulsed. Canterbury scored 14 tries in their first 2 games, and turn another one over here. And coming away with it is hooker Matthew Moulds, who was standing near the back of the line-out. Takalua. Back it goes for Hawkins, and safely into touch. Well, the line-out throwing has just been a little bit scratchy from Canterbury so far. Now Ben Fennell goes short this time. Certainly not the well-oiled machine that it has been. Canterbury so far tonight, as Goodhue takes it up now. Drummond shifting it on. Here's Thompson. Drummond again sends it away to Slade. Charged by Joel Everson. Slade again, Whitelock. Shifts it on to Goodhue. Manu never really had control of that. Shoveled it behind Ben Fennell. Now Laulala trying to make some ground. Some good vigorous defence here coming from Northland. And that's been dropped cold by Kirasoma. In fact, it's a double knock on. And they're just making errors here, Canterbury.
Well, there is a bit of dew around, but didn't think it'd have too much effect. So they really are battling, maybe trying to push passes when they don't need to, but I'm sure Scotty Robinson won't be happy with the way things are going. I know 20 minutes in, I'm sure he was expecting maybe a couple more points on the board. So, you know, you've got to admire what Northland's doing. They're putting pressure on them, and it's working out well.
Just a bit laborious across the field, I think. It needs to be snappier. A few more players punching onto it, perhaps a change of angle. At the moment, it's slightly being shoveled across back to the outsides, which is where it's breaking down because there's too much pressure on that last pass.
Nice moves, good work, mate. It's coming in.
Really good opportunity here for Canterbury to put some pressure on this Northland scrum.
Well, the way they're set up here, you would think that it's probably for Takalua to kick because they've got Nakosi that time just in behind. You can see there Hawkins is back, second 5 is up, so that usually means a half-back kick where all the players are coming onto the ball. You've got to get the scrum for that, though.
Set.
Yeah, it's okay. So Takalua works it away, and kicking's not the first option. And yes, just held on a little bit too long for the referee's liking. And again, a bit of a push and a shove. The upshot of it, though, should be a shot at goal here.
Sorry, after the ball hoistle, you come down, please. Okay? Okay. After the ball hoistle, ball down, please. Okay? Sure. Okay.
I put money on it. Both sides aren't going to. Both captains won't say a damn thing to either of their teams.
They rarely ever do they?
No. It really was just handbags, to be fair.
Well, you know, I just wonder whether or not that was the right option because of that setup. And we saw it, didn't we? We saw that setup before the scrum. The players they had deep, Hawkins deep, Nkosi, he was isolated, was Gilbert, when he took that ball into contact. He got past it, he went right into the meat of the Canterbury defence, into Slade and co. Was easy to turn over.
Colin Slade then to get Canterbury on the board, and he does just that. It's taken quite a while though for Canterbury. 23 minutes, in fact. 3-3 is the score, and problems here for Tom Murdoch. Hawkins very short. In fact, it didn't go the 10 metres, and they might have been better to allow Canterbury to play that. So they'll go back. Now, is Murday still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's come back in there. Back into the middle row. There's no one stripping off down the side here to warm up, so looks like he's just run it off a wee bit.
It's the old-fashioned way, isn't it? Run it off.
Bit of water.
You remember that well, Nisbo?
Running it off?
Yep.
Whatever that means.
Yes. Bit of water, squirt of water on the knee or whatever it is, and off you go.
Yeah. So 20-year-old Mitchell Drummond at halfback for Canterbury tonight. Gets it away, and big defence coming in there from halfback Takalua for Northland. As Drummond gets there, now they go wide, and here's an opportunity out for Kerasoma. Gets it back on the inside, and the little halfback is going to scoot in and score the try. Good backing up, and Canterbury have their first try.
Well finished. And Northland, they decided to turn in and rush in. Started from the halfback, Takalua. From there, Nkosi as well. He came in, you can see here. They all go forward and aggressive. He gets caught on the outside. He's got too much post. Kerasoma back on the inside. And an easy run in for Mitchell Drummond. Well set up, all made by the pass as well. The cut-out pass made it.
Yeah, it was an absolute champion pass, wasn't it? Bang on. Nkosi completely out of position. He did a fantastic job. Mitchell Drummond do what every halfback does well, straight up the guts. And a beautifully taken try. Well done, Canterbury.
Slade converts, and Mitchell Drummond is the first try scorer in the match tonight. 10 points to 3. Well, it took Canterbury 23 minutes to score their first 3. It took them just another couple to score the first try.
And as ruthless as they always are, it was off a Northland mistake. Not 10 from the kickoff, scrum on halfway, 7 points.
Hawkins makes sure he gets 10 metres this time as Everson goes back, and he's met right on the 22. In fact, he's driven back inside the 22, and Drummond swings it away, and Slade has it safely into touch.
Did you drop that one?
Yeah, I was on my left-hand side though, Justin. Sorry, my weak side, mate. Dan Pryor. Dan Pryor, great defence. He really is a hard worker for this Northland side, Dan Pryor. Played mostly on there.
Oh, you shelled it, Buffer.
Yeah, I did.
Come on, mate.
Sorry,
You're better than that. You're better than that.
Moulds throws in, deflected for Takalua. Canterbury, they've turned it over. Well, yes, they have. Moody snapped it up. Boy, he's throwing a loose pass, and Fennell has to go back. And Northland meet him. Now Manu slips the little pass to Slade. Whitelock sends it across to Goodhue. Again trying to free up Kerasoma. This time the pacey Mathalai has run him down. Still in Canterbury territory is Drummond to Slade. Oh, just about lost it. Did Simons. No, in fact it was Sanders. There's Drummond. Now Slade again. Whitelock. Good support on the inside from Slade. Starting to open up here a little bit, Northland, as he runs into contact. And down he goes in a good tackle as Whitelock. They're nicely organised here. And away it goes to Fennell. Back on the inside to Adam Whitelock. Really starting to find their rhythm now, Canterbury. And it's going to be a penalty if nothing else happens. As moved away by Everson for Laulala. Now Drummond again. Ball available once more across the face of Manu. Now Goodhue. And the ball turned over. So back they go. And it was no advantage at all. It was against halfback Sakalua. So Colin Slade has the ball. He may or may not have a shot at goal here. Nope.
Well, we saw in that first game against Auckland, very keen on the drive for 5 out. Matt Todd hanging around the back and getting a wee meat pie on that day. They certainly are very good from this distance out.
Oh, the line-out throw wasn't the best again. And Sanders finally brought it under control, but the drive is over for the moment. Here's Manu. There it is for Drummond again. Simons. Drummond works it away for Sanders. Staying to the left. Northland, no turnover.
10, infringement. Give me a few seconds.
Well, they passed up one opportunity, so they're going to try again.
2 times, same infringement. Roll away number 9, roll away number 10. Be careful. Next time, go to bed. Okay?
Can you tell us?
Yep.
Can you say roll away?
Yep. Go to pocket. Yep.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
If yourself. Okay.
Yeah, we understand.
Roll away.
Okay, we've got that sorted out.
Scum. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, some teams like to be coached by the referee, others don't.
Yeah, true. I understand where Cam Eyre is coming from, though. If the information is there from the referee to roll away or to leave it nice and clear and concise, then it does encourage the player.
So
Well, just
there going. Sorry, Buff.
I was just going to say, not very often a 10 lies on the wrong side of the ruck and doesn't get tagged up.
Very difficult for him to get away, wasn't it? So tomorrow night, it's Wellington against Manawa 2. That's our Friday night game. Ranfurly Shield on the line again. Hawke's Bay, well, they lost it to Counties last year. So it's kind of the return game, I suppose. Oh, they'll be loving this. Southland Otago. You guys can argue about this game if you like.
Yeah, what a belter. An absolute belter, followed up by North Harbour versus Waikato.
Scum.
Getting the round finished off. Taranaki versus Bay of Plenty on Sunday, 2:30. Sorry, one more. Auckland and Tasman. Tasman playing extremely well at the moment. Should be a great encounter.
So that's the full round of matches. Taranaki and Waikato, of course, having to play twice this week, having played last night. Every team has to go through that double game week. So 10 minutes out from half time. And Drummond to feed. And they're having a real go here, Canterbury. You don't often see pushover tries. Manu controlling, and has a go, and over he goes. The old-fashioned pushover try is scored by Nasi Manu.
Well, I did compliment that Northland front row and 8 in general, to be honest, 10 minutes ago. But however, Canterbury machine has just started to wind into it, and that time, all that experience, all that power was just too much for Northland to hold on to. It was inevitable. It was just whether or not he could control it well enough at the back. Nasi Manu was bobbling around a bit, but you can see there's no defence. He's too strong from that close. And Canterbury's turning down of goal kicks have been justified.
Conversion from Colin Slade, 17 points to 3. You don't see many pushover tries these days. Canterbury Canterbury fans happy with that. Took a while to get into this game, but now they're cashing in big time.
It's Larry the Lamb.
He's been a lamb for a long time, hasn't he?
He has.
When did he outgrow being a lamb?
Mind you, in that shot he was looking a bit grey.
Yes, that's right. 8 minutes out from half-time. And Slade shovels it onto the try scorer. And tonight's captain in Manu. Now Drummond. And Slade clears the danger zone. And here's... Oh, Brendan! You were too scared, mate.
They are peppering you down there, Buff. You've got to be ready.
Oh, just trying to keep my stats up. I didn't want to drop 2 in a row.
No, that's right.
It's that big, bright blue jacket. They have a target on you. Drop the microphone and take this one. Top of the monitor's better than a Falcon, mate.
Okay, Northland have possession. Just a wee bit on the back foot here is Dan Hawkins. Now they work it across to air, and here's a good breakout by Pryor. Just out from the 22. And...
Oh, that's a penalty all day.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I was waiting for you to say it, Justin.
How has Joe Moody got away with that? But he's in this. Not only is he in the side, he's also landed in the way of the ball coming back. So I don't know how they've missed that one, but anyway, they have.
There's been a change up front. Will Griff, John, number 17, as we see the replays. Nice interplay, actually. They did very well. Here's a penalty. Well, should have been a penalty, like you said. Joe Moody completely on the wrong side. How he didn't get tagged up again or got away with it, I don't know.
Coach. Bone.
So Will Griff John is on the tight head side, is he? Looks like. Northland scrum as Air, the skipper, doesn't make too much ground. He's taken down by Luke Whitelock. Ball taking forever to come back. Now Takalua gets it away. He's not really getting to the advantage line here. Northland as Hawkins works it back on the inside. Here's Pryor. Takalua again. Inside pass goes from Jack Ram that time. There's Takalua. Good charge by Ram once more. Now they're starting to get a little bit of front foot ball here, Northland. As the short pass goes. Slade made a good tackle though. Takalua. Still stuck around the 22. As Ram is taken to ground. Now Takalua away for Hawkins. This is better from Winston Stanley. Looking for someone to give it to is Matthew Moulds, the hooker. There's Hawkins, goes right across the face. Here is Pryor again. Adam Whitelock in on the ball. Northland still have it though. Ram. Moody makes the tackle. Well, this is a patience game from Northland's point of view. Canterbury defence holding up nicely.
Head two. Thank you.
Now here's the skipper, Air. Oh, he left the ball a little bit unprotected there for a moment. And Canterbury, great defence, have won themselves a penalty.
Well, Northland, 18 odd phases there, Justin, but unfortunately just couldn't quite break that strong Canterbury defence.
I tell you, they push the boundaries though, Canterbury, at those breakdowns. They really play to the letter of the law. And at the moment, it's bearing a lot of fruit for them. Northland just can't break free.
4 minutes out from half-time as Fennell throws. And Canterbury back in possession as Goodhue ridden to the ground by Gilbert. And Drummond works it away for Adam Whitelock. Coming slowly here for Drummond. Laulala sends it off to Simons. And ball lost forward in contact.
It was a very good front-on tackle on Matt Simons. Whoever made it came forward. He hit the short ball. He asked for it. There it is from Laulala. Bang. Two players go in. One underneath, one over the top. Jolted the ball free.
Well, Tom Murday down here, he's struggling with his back. He sort of took a wee knock earlier on and went to the sideline, but
Thank you very much.
just down again.
Time back on. It's on.
There he is, Tom Murday. Played every game last year for Northland. Been a funny old night in the scrums. Northland have held their own mostly, and then they suffered the indignity of being pushed over their own line.
Coach! Bone! Set!
The ball sitting there in the end awaits too much, and Canterbury have won another one as it goes wide to Kirisoma. Trying to hold him up off the ground. Just under 2 minutes until half-time as Moody takes it in. He's got the arm out here, has referee Arsol, and here is Goodhue. So he'll be playing advantage for some time, no doubt. It is a penalty advantage as it goes on the inside, and Kirisoma has got himself across from the left wing side, and there he is slinging the ball wide to Slade. Slade sees a gap, dragged down, good tackle, and
5 offside.
but the advantage, well, some referees play relatively short advantage.
5 offside. Time off. Thank you, Kate.
Here's this Canterbury scrum, and you watch in the middle there as Moulds just goes underneath. There's no way you could get a strike on it, just collapses.
Shot.
From there, Canterbury launch their attack and eventually win the penalty for offside. And I think it was Murday that they actually got there.
Well, they'll be a bit disappointed, Justin, to get this 3 points against them. They really didn't need that probably going into this half, but
Time pretty much up, and so no real options other than a shot at goal here for Canterbury and for Colin Slade, who has raised the flags once more with a penalty goal, his second of the evening, and it's 20 points to 3. Looks like they will have time for the kick-off.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Hawkins from halfway inside the last minute of the first half, and getting up there and trying to rip it away was Pryor, but it was well done by Everson. And Canterbury looking to finish maybe with a flourish here as the kick through is made by Slade, but into touch it goes. And Northland will throw from just on the Canterbury side of halfway.
Gap Prince, let Gap Prince.
Box goes deep, deflected, and oh, wild looking pass, and handed on by Hawkins to Gilbert. Now Takalua. As the Northland look to mount an attack. Takalua, who's been really lively from the base of the scrum. Still have possession though. Next time play stops, it'll be all over for this half, and that's been lost. And it looks like a double knock on. And so the referee will blow the whistle, and that will be half-time here at AMI Stadium in Christchurch. 2 tries in that first half by Canterbury, and they lead by 20 points to 3. And we're going to have a chat, well, certainly Brendan Laney is, with Dan Pryor from Northland.
Well, Dan, first 20 minutes went really well. Unfortunately, that last 20 minutes probably didn't go well. But, mate, there's been some good stuff by your side.
Yeah, no, we're pretty excited coming into the match. We just need to keep our connectivity together on D. Like you said, first 20 minutes went well, and then we started to open up a little bit of holes, and a team like Canterbury will just put you to the sword. So,
mate,
keep that up.
You deserve a drink. Go and get one, mate.
Thank you, Brendan. Okay, 2 tries, Drummond and Manu for Canterbury, and they lead at the break here at AMI Stadium in Christchurch by 20 points to 3. Canterbury have been in rampant form this year. They've scored 16 tries in 2.5 games. Their coach is Scott Robertson. He's standing by downstairs with Laney.
Well, an interesting first 20, mate. Boys got their game going. Were you happy with that? And what was the message?
The message at half-time was just to really play our game and work hard in our shape and hold on to the ball. We've given them a few freebies around line-out time and kicking the ball away and a couple of knock-ons.
Mate, the way you're moving the ball, is just a couple of passes, not quite sticking.
That's right, it's just trusting our system. Simple as that. And look, you've got to give to Northland. They've come to fight, and we knew it. A tough boys from up the north, and it's what we expected. So it's good we get to see how young fellas react.
Good on you, Scotty. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Yes, well, he's certainly carved out a pretty good coaching career already, Scott Robertson. Got the job done last year with Canterbury, and they're on their way again in 2014, leading at half-time here by 20 points to 3. Just having a look around, doesn't look like there are too many fresh jerseys out there, so it looks like Darren Whitcomb is going to stick with the same players who got the match started for him. Northland very much in this game in the first 20 minutes. I think you're right, Justin. I think a penalty count against them, which is 7-2, doesn't read too well, and it's a bit hard to compete when you're giving away that number.
Yeah, certainly is. They need more time also in the 22 to put some pressure on that Canterbury defence, which also puts pressure on the referee.
Ready?
As Canterbury become desperate. They've only had 2 minutes to Canterbury's 5 at the moment. Big focus for Northland. They're capable.
Whistle goes. Second half starts with Colin Slade. Slams it off downfield. And taken in by Northland. Sakulua, nicely weighted kick this, and it's been well controlled. In the end, he got it on the second attempt at Moanga, as Canterbury move it again, and Slade hands it off to blindside flanker Tom Sanders. Drummond gets there. Slade again into midfield. Now they've opened up a bit of a gap here, and Kirisoma, he threw a pass, a bit of a no-look pass. Whitelock, I thought he knocked it on. Yeah, he did. I don't think he was expecting that.
I don't think he was. It was a no-look, and he was right on the touchline as well. I think from Northland's perspective, though, Brendan, they don't want to entice Canterbury by panicking in defence. The try that we saw earlier on from Drummond, and also in that instance there, they had players turning in, coming up, trying to cut it off, and Canterbury are just too slick to be caught out by that, and will take them and open them up on those outside channels if they give them that chance.
Yeah, and the thing is, if they do rush up out of defence, and it only leads another couple of them to not be right in the line, tend to leave holes, and this Canterbury team are very good at picking the holes and sort of making the most of them. So see Murday here coming to the sideline. He's been pretty sore, obviously, at half-time. They've tried to work on him, but...
So Sky Rugby Engage coming up after this game. And then the Hurricanes regional final on Saturday. Scots College of Wellington against Palmerston North Boys High. And then Auckland Grammar playing Westlake. That's on Sunday.
Well, Michael Stolberg has gone on for Murday in 18. And I have a funny feeling that Northland have got another one coming on as well. Masalé, unfortunately, he's walking off the back of the ground in his boat.
Okay, so they lose 2 in one go.
They're down to 6 at the moment, in the back line, that is.
Probably not going to outflank Canterbury here. As they keep it pretty tight. And the kick is made by Takulua. Nicely taken by Milford Kirisoma. Now Drummond. Moanga stays up close. Whitelock gets it across to Thompson. Ball dropped by Tom Sanders. And he got a double knock on there. So back they go for the scrum. Northland need reinforcements, and they're now getting them.
Yeah, that's where Fossetta, he's going on. He'll probably jump onto the left wing in 21.
So centre number 21.
Scrum first for Northland. They need to get that right. They're well set. Good opportunity to get themselves into this game early in the second half. They can get some points. They certainly are capable of winning this game.
There it is for Takulua. Away it goes to Hawkins. Turns it back inside to Troy Gilbert. Takulua again. Had real trouble breaching the Canterbury defence, and boy, they're close to being offside here, Canterbury. Just look at that.
Yeah, I think they are offside.
Yeah, well and truly. Time the referee policed the offside here. You don't get a decent game of footy if you've got offside all day. As Takulua, and now he's overcome, and oh, it's going to be turned over, ironically. And Canterbury through Drummond. And the advantage is over, so it was just a loss forward. Now the charge made by Tom Sanders. As Drummond works it across in the midfield. Laulala, a nice offload to Manu. He drops it and scooped up by Moody. And lobbed out onto this near side. Well, Northland have only had their defence breached twice. Canterbury have certainly put plenty of pressure on. Moody strides off into the gap. And then lost control of it briefly, but it's okay. As Canterbury goes again, Fennell, quick hands, and here's Thompson down the right wing side, and into touch they go. Northland keen to get it going, but deep inside their own 22.
Single, left back.
So Matthew Mould throws, oh, it's a rough throw. It was supposed to go to Pryor, but it fell straight into the arms of Matt Simons. And real problems now for Northland, as they have to try and repel this rolling maul. As Fennell gets it away, and charge at the line, and a try for Tom Sanders. Good support work by Sanders. It was Fennell who burst away. And Sanders has crashed over for Canterbury's third try tonight.
They just got it wrong, didn't they, Northland, in the line out. The worst thing for them was the fact that the throw was that bad that the Canterbury player who took it, which was Simon, was still able to keep his feet. So instead of it going to ground, it created a maul. So then Northland need to adjust, put their players in. For now, you can see they're ripping the ball down. He gets it off Simons, breaks out. It was a nice little offload from him. And over goes Sanders, all off the mistake again.
Yeah, they're ruthless, aren't they? Fennell running really well. Sanders, this guy's been strong in the last couple of minutes. And they'll be pretty happy with that start, especially.
So that's try number 3. It's try number 17 for the season already. Canterbury. Slade lands the kick, the conversion, and it's 27 points to 3.
Another change here for Northland very early on. Cara Pryor, 19, has gone on. He's replacing Jack Ram in 7.
Try scorer there, Tom Sanders. Playing in his first season in the ITM Cup. Kick-off made by Hawkins. As Ram leaves the field. Slade slams it off downfield. And Northland. Fullback Matthew Wright. Bit of an aimless kick, really. And it's enabling Canterbury to start again from the back. And now Kirasama puts the foot down. And the pass in field has been lost. But it's still live. As referee allows it to continue. As Laulala. Now Drummond. Away it goes to Slade. Here's Adam Whitelock. Hands it on to his brother Luke. Just near the 22. Drummond again. That's very good tackle there made by John. As Drummond goes again. Now Adam Whitelock. Drummond. Mo'unga comes up close. Moody takes the short pass. Drummond, oh, nice work. Got it away to Mo'unga. Now the race is on. Mo'unga's one of the participants. Oh, nearly got the ball away. Here's a chance. That might be a try. On debut for Jack Goodhue. It just very much depends on whether it went back from a Northland player or forward from a Canterbury player.
Just check for knock on.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Have a check, please. Try or no try? Yes.
I think it came off Moulds here. He did a bit of covering there, Justin. He's the one that's pushed it back.
Well, being a front rower, he probably didn't want to get it grounded inside that goal line with a pending 5-metre scrum coming. That looks like it's been helped out by Mo'unga, doesn't it? It's a knock on. Well, Mo'unga's certainly got hands on it. He's got some involvement in ripping that ball free. And then you're going to, I guess, we're going to get into an argument. That was never in doubt. This is the big problem. So he's ripping it there, which brings it free. Tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. So Moulds in possession here, but Mo'unga is definitely...
I think that's Mo'unga's ball with the hand, I should say, with his wristband on the ball. He's pulled it out, which has caused Moulds to lose control of it. But, you know, it's one of those ones.
Well, it really is a toss of a coin, isn't it? Could have gone either way. You're right, that bit there, we're not really disputing the try's been scored, but
see that
bit
left
here.
hand? Yes, watch that left hand of Mo'unga. So it's underneath the ball as he spins here. And then he pulls it over the top. See his hands on the bottom?
Yeah.
Which means he's ripped it out. But, you know, should he have control of the ball molds? I don't know. Certainly helped it out anyway.
Well, we're getting technical. Mould sort of pulled it back towards him, which would sort of suggest that it's gone behind Mo'unga. So,
yep.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
So a try, run-on debut for Jack Goodhue, and I guess we can argue till we're blue in the face. So Colin Slade, who's been in very good kicking form again tonight, lands another one. 34 points to 3. Canterbury well and truly taking over now.
13 off, 13. Time off.
Well, Winston Stanley coming off the field. He's getting replaced by Warren Dunn, and Kirk Davies has gone on 20. He's replaced the very lively Takalua.
So back to halfway we go. Just 8.5 minutes gone, second half. Adam Whitelock battles outside the 22. Now Slade just has to get rid of it downfield. Oh, he's done it well though. Bounced it into touch and no real opportunity to go quickly.
Pick up, please. Thank you.
So Moulds throws. And Canterbury in there disputing possession. Ball is loose. Still over the place here. Finally, well done by halfback Drummond as Manu gets it away to Slade. Now Whitelock for Goodhue. He in turn sends it on. And a chance for Thompson. Drummond again. Slade. He's driving a little bit high here. He's going to be player, but he's always had it ripped away. So Northland get a turnover ball. As Dunn gets it away, and now Northland looking to spread it wide. And, that's bordering on dangerous. Jared liked it.
Yeah, not only that, I think they're offside again, Canterbury.
Little kick through. And Northland not able to bring it under control.
Here's the tackle. This is just the finish of it. It's all right. It's just the way that he's rolled, Hawkins. I think the bigger problem was the fact that those Canterbury players were offside. It was off a turnover. They'd not recovered it. In fact, that's just a good old-fashioned hit. Bangs him onto his back of his shoulder blades into the ground. Good old forward on a first 5. Hook front rower on inside back. They love that sort of stuff, particularly when they've come from an offside position. Rub it in.
Coach! Point! Up. Boss.
Well, Kurasoma, he's just standing beside Whitelock. Do this a lot, Canterbury. Bring their wingers into the back line pretty much straight away.
Coach! Point! Set! Binding!
So Drummond gets it in. Okay, here goes Slade. Goodhue. Good running ball again for Mo'unga. Just hesitated for a moment though. And Northland swoop and make the tackle. 10 out from the 22. Drummond again for Slade. And it's Manu works it across. Here's a good hue again, Fennell. Canterbury run it from left to right. Northland defence holding up. Charge is made. Now Drummond scoops it off the ground. Here's Slade probing his way downfield. And then drawn stolen. No. And offside play against Northland.
Wow, it wasn't from that particular breakdown. It was just a general offside from the ruck. So Northland penalised for that.
A bit of a heavy landing for Colin Slade, but well, they've got their bonus point already, of course, Canterbury, so there's no great necessity to kick this one out. They might just take the 3 points, who knows. Having said that, they've just kicked it out. Not a bad Thursday night crowd here on a cool night in Christchurch.
Net 15.
Quick change coming up here, guys. 15. Wishiwawanga coming off. And Patrick Osborne in 22, who was outstanding for the Highlanders. Coming on to the left wing, I think. No, dropped into fullback.
Okay, play to resume. And Canterbury well in control of this game as Leolala makes the charge. And Drummond gets the call. Ball always available. Here's Whitelock. Adam Whitelock stretching. Nearly. Drummond goes short. All just a little bit static, the Canterbury players there. As Drummond sends it wide for Slade. Here is Osborne. He is a real danger man close to the line. Here's Leolala, who's already had one good charge in this move. Drummond goes in. Off it goes again to Slade. Now Adam Whitelock. Here's Fennell. And here's an opportunity for Manu to get his seconds. Lurking out on the wing, Nasi Manu. And another try, their 5th tonight for Canterbury.
That was just very well worked from Canterbury. Started from the line out, which wasn't a great line out, but they've had a pretty good night, Canterbury, with bounces of the ball and probably some good refereeing decisions. It bounced off the line out. They managed to still scoop it up. From there, they went close with Whitelock. This was after a great sweeping move to the left. They went back to the right with Whitelock, who ended up just short. Back over to the right, then they come back to the left again. Whitelock's involved for the second time. Fennell makes a good decision. Kera Soma as well. And the step off the left foot from Manu was good enough to finish. A great team try.
Yeah, and what they do is they make the defence work hard. They've got to just look up when they do go into get set on defence. They've got to look at the ruck. But what they're going to do is look up and see what the defence is, the attack is actually doing. In Canterbury, they do it so well. They move the ball side to side and get some real width on.
He's got the boots on tonight, all right. Good kick again by Colin Slade. And Canterbury into the 40s now, 41-3. And the captain's picked up a couple tonight.
Couple of changes here, boys, as we see the replay. Nasi Manu out wide, good on his feet. Good to see him back playing too. See the changes, Cody Taylor in 16, and Tokahali in 17 have gone on. Fennell off, and so is Nipa Lalala.
Yeah, here's the ball for Northland. They haven't seen much of it. The Stolberg made some ground. Always up a bit high, and in there was Luke Whitelock trying to rip it away. So now Northland. Well, you wouldn't want to know it. It's another penalty to Canterbury.
Yeah, well, they can't catch a trick at the moment, Northland, can they? As I mentioned, the bounce of the ball and the flow of the match is certainly going Canterbury's way. The home team very dominant, and even with the ball, Northland are conceding penalties. Just makes it a tireless job out there. Extremely hard work for them.
So Cody Taylor's first throw, and he's overthrown it somewhat, and it's been snapped up by Cara Pryor for Northland. Now a charge made by Fosita out on the left wing side. He's a replacement player for Northland. And that's a loose pass, and Hawkins has to snap it up. Just looking a little bit disjointed with the ball in hand, Northland, as they endeavour to make some ground down the left-hand side. Now Hawkins again. Oh, big defence. Good tackle. Really good tackle. Northland just trying to get something going here. Here's their skipper, Cam Eyre. Good ground over the 10-metre line he goes. Now they're just shifting a little bit wider and getting better results. As halfback Kurt Davies gets them going again inside Canterbury territory. And he's lost the ball. And Canterbury should be able to know they didn't turn it over. And it was a knock on by Northland.
Well, the tough part, Justin, when you're trying to chase the game like this, you try and force wee passes that you probably wouldn't normally, and unfortunately for Northland, like you said, they really haven't had much luck in that.
Just before the scrum packs, and certainly not by any means being sarcastic or trying to tempt fate. However, I've noticed, particularly in the ITM Cup, but in recent times in all forms of rugby, as we see percentages from both teams statistically there, a big improvement in the scrums. Do you think these new laws are actually finally starting to work? Pushovers in the All Black Australia Test match, one tonight, and not a lot of collapses anymore.
No, that's right, absolutely. No, it seems to be working better, doesn't it? There's Slade, works it away. Here is Karasoma down the left wing side. He's got support from Goodhue. That's gone forward, surely. Adam Whitelock still going. And it's going to be a try to Adam Whitelock.
They'll come back for a look. They will come back for a look. They have to.
Jim, please. Can I check the last pass? Forward or not forward pass?
It just appeared to go forward from, I think it was Goodhue, wasn't it? And Whitelock picked it up.
Yeah. Last pass is forward pass or no forward?
Nicely worked again from Canterbury. It's a good ball from Colin Slade. You can see here, there's Whitelock. He's ahead already. Yeah. No more needs to be said, I don't think.
You almost get him for offside, wouldn't you? Well, surely don't need to look again, do we?
Okay, thank you. No try.
Yes, I think the Canterbury players knew they hadn't bothered going back beyond halfway.
What pass?
So it will be a scrum. Well, the position doesn't tell the true story, does it?
No, it's the speed and the place where that position is. Canterbury's is quick and over the advantage line. Northland's is not as quick and behind the advantage line.
Big shove from Canterbury. And it's going to, well, it didn't net them the ball at all in the end. And off goes Northland with an opportunity. And now the race is on. Bounce of the ball will be interesting. Slade tries to bring it under control, and he does really well, Colin Slade. Beautifully done. And now he runs smack into a big man in the form of Michael Stolberg. But Slade showing all his skills there. As the clearing kick is made by Goodhue. Back and taking it is Nkosi. And Northland, well, they'll give it a bit of air from here, perhaps, no? Looking to kick into the wide open spaces. And that's a very good kick, actually. Patrick Osborne lets it go. And Northland managed to push it inside the Canterbury 22.
Time off. Net 12 off.
Well, a couple of changes here coming off the bench. Up on Nathaniel in 21, he's going to replace Adam Whitelock in 12. He's had a pretty strong game tonight, and Matt Simons, who's had a very strong game in the middle row, number 5, he's JJ Manning in 18 is replacing him.
Well, we've got a couple of debuts there, actually, Brendan, and JJ Manning and Nathaniel Upper. So a couple of big moments there for some young Canterbury players. Scott Robertson giving them the last 19 or so minutes of the game. Line out throw finds Everson. Now Manu ploughing straight ahead, as he's so good at doing. Looks like Drummond's got himself caught up here. Now he's managed to free it away. And Slade's kick is not out. So Northland deciding this time to try and bring it back. There's the little kick, bounces up, and it's been grabbed by Thompson, and off goes Rob Thompson. Moody finds himself in a bit of space. He in turn has it up to Tokalahi. Osborne hands it on. It's just catch and pass here. Good stuff. Here's Kirasoma. Chased down, though, by what remains a pretty spirited Northland defence, and the ball lost forward. Well, they've just kept hounding away Northland.
Well, he's certainly got them in sync, Scott Robertson, this Canterbury team. A few changes that did take them a while to get going. We all saw that 20 minutes or so before they started to get some dominance. Northland were ultra competitive initially, but you can see here as it comes out, just look at the numbers they've got here. Osborne, who's in as a second receiver, onto Kirasoma. You can see out there in the 6th jersey as well, Sanders. So all the players in sequence, they know the game plan, they know their roles, and the execution so far this season has been very good. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with once again, this Canterbury outfit.
Now the scrum is becoming a bit of an issue for Northland. Canterbury have got some fresh legs in there, and they'll put it in again, though.
Yes, wait for the ball. Yeah, standing up. Mark here. Get square, please.
Let's go, mate. Chest, boys, chest.
So Canterbury are going to make it 3 out of 3.
Come on, boys. Great scrum. Here we go.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Okay, in it goes from Kurt Davies, and it's another one. And that was a brutal scrum by Canterbury. They really have started to assert their dominance in the set pieces. Just plain power there from Canterbury. So now Cody Taylor with about 15.5 minutes remaining here. Line out operating well now. Trapped in the back. Whoop, Drummond went without it, and he's dropped it. That's got to be knocked on. Not that Northland will be that keen to have a scrum.
Well, Cam Air did a great job there, the captain, trying to get through the ruck. Good southern man from a whacker.
Oh. Deep south. Loves cheese rolls, south and sushi. Fantastic.
Mutton pie.
Mutton pie, yes.
Coach. Fine. Set.
Oh, now here's trouble again. Back they go. And here goes Manu charging. Canterbury getting very close again. Manu's going to get his hands on it once more.
19 back, 19.
Heads, fans it across. Manu there, but in fact Drummond is going to make the pass this time. And they go a little bit wider this time. Thompson is right there in the 14 jersey. As Northland continue to defend. As Drummond swings it away to Slade. Goodhue gets a short pass off to Osborne. And they're trying desperately to hold him up, and they have. Good defence, Northland.
Yes, but it's the next couple of minutes that's going to fascinate me, Grant. Why do you think?
Oh, I don't know, Justin. I suspect a 5-metre scrum.
Well, in the last 3 scrums, they've just not coped, Northland, have they? And you would imagine that the forward pack and the forwards being forwards, the backs will be absolutely dying to get the ball from this position, but the way the scrum's going, I don't see that happening. More changes just prior to this scrum, though, Buff.
Yeah, number 16, Howard Silioto, he's going on. He's going to replace number 1, Ross Wright. So a wee bit of a reshuffle in the front row for Northland, which possibly 5 metres out from your own line you don't need.
Here's something for you to go through your thousands of notes and pages and pieces of paper you've got here. Nisbo, when's the last time number 8 scored 3 tries in a match?
Yeah, good point.
You'd be odds on for Nasi Manu here, wouldn't you?
Greg Cornelson got 4 once, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Now, this guy that's gone on, Howard Silioto, is on debut, and he's gone straight into the front row for Northland. So let's see whether he can make a bit of an impact.
Ear to ear, please. Ear to ear. Let's go.
Come on.
Look at Colin Slade there. Backs chatting away. Very hopeful that they're going to get the ball from the forwards. Very hopeful.
Coach. Fine. Set.
Okay, so Willie Hines.
Let's go again. Mark, so you're moving.
21 there for Canterbury is Nathaniel Upper. Now he's on debut, and he looks like he might be the first receiver here.
Yeah, they've done that a bit tonight, Nisbo. They've brought both wingers in for that first receiver role, but I have a funny feeling Nasi Manu won't be passing it to him.
Fine.
Or anyone.
Set.
Okay, here we go. Yes, they're going to have another go here. It's worked once. And will it work again? Hines buys a couple of Northland players at the same time, and the ball is now loose. And here is Upper fighting his way downfield. Hines, well, thought about blindside, then gave it off to Moody. Hines again into the arms of Tokalahi. Now they're going to go the wide route. Thompson side down and a good tackle. Got it away to Osborne, and Osborne got it down. Scores a lot of tries, Patrick Osborne, and he picks up another one here.
Well, it was eventually a back that got across, and Patrick Osborne, he's had an absolutely fantastic season so far. He continued on that way with Canterbury, coming back here in the ITM Cup. Goes wide here. It's a brilliant tackle there from Hawkins to lower. Thompson, but the inside ball, and he's a big man, strong, powerful, and too hard to stop from that close, Osborne.
He's scoring tries look pretty easy, Justin. He still had plenty of work to do, but it was a beautiful tackle by Hawkins. Unfortunately, just didn't quite get the arms right around the boots. And unfortunately for Northland, another try that really they'll be a bit disappointed to let in.
Well, they've conceded 6 tonight, 2 in the first half, 4 in the second so far, as Colin Slade converts the try scored by Patrick Osborne, and it's 48 points to 3. So the kickoff is made, and it falls nicely for Northland on this occasion. Now Hawkins slings it wide. Haven't really been able to make any inroads into this Canterbury defence. Northland, it's just been too tough. It goes wide again for Northland. Dan Pryor trying to make some ground. Now Davies. Canterbury just not missing any tackles really. There's Pryor again, drops the short pass off. Yeah, they look quite good with the ball in hand on occasions. But Canterbury resolute, as you'd expect. Davies once more. Oh, good defence. Really good tackling. It was Cody Taylor, the hooker, who made the tackle. Now Hines. Trouble here again for Northland. Thompson got it away to Kirasoma. Fighting his way towards the halfway line. Now Luke Whitelock in possession. 7 minutes remaining in the game. Goodhue and Upper as Canterbury now build the pressure on this Northland defence. That's a loose pass and a chance for Northland to hack it away downfield. Davies gives it another nudge and he boots it into touch. Canterbury got a long way to go to score their best or highest number of points against Northland. They scored 68 back in 2004 as Canterbury win another line out through Luke Whitelock and Manu in centre field. Hines, a little change of tactics from Willie Hines, driving Northland back inside their 22. And Manu waits for a favourable bounce, gets it, then gives it off to Osborne. Good defence from the first up tacklers. Now they've got to do it again with Kirasoma ridden to the ground, and that's been lost forward by Osborne. Well, just a good example there of the brave Northland defence tonight.
Certainly was. Well, let's just have a look at Colin Slade. Lovely little pass there as he takes it to the line, just trying to highlight the depth that New Zealand has in the moment of first five. Really blessed in this department, and Colin Slade, one of the best in the country, certainly has been involved in the game, not only on attack but also in defence. Scrambles his way back here. Look at the excellent work getting back. He managed to clear the situation for Canterbury. His work rate is high. Great to see him back, and let's not forget his goal kicking, Nisbo, which has been, I believe it's 100% tonight, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. 18 points. Yes, we saw a lot of them, of course, in towards the end, particularly in Super Rugby, with the Crusaders' late run at it. And we all know the quality of Colin Slade. Now Northland again under pressure inside their own 22 with about 4.5 minutes remaining. And now Hawkins again closed down inside their 22. Northland. Pryor just keeps on running. Well, they made a big contribution to this game. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but they play a good brand of rugby, Northland. They just try and keep it alive. They've just come up against a defensive screen tonight, which has been a wee bit too good. Not always onside, but a little bit too good. And that one falls into the arms of Kirasoma. Now here's Moody, Osborne, and taken towards the touchline, but not over it. Here's Luke Whitelock. And Hines slings it away for Manu. They'd like another one, Canterbury, so they could bring up 50 points. And they might well get it out wide. Here's Cody Taylor. Got the old white line fever and came up short. Northland piling into this. And they get a penalty. Third penalty that Canterbury's conceded in 77 minutes. Unbelievable.
We're at AMI Stadium, Nisbo. Canterbury on fire.
Spoken like a true Cantab. As Northland try and bring it out. They're inside their own 22. Oh, it's loose, it's broken down. Still trying to play footy. They've only got 90 metres to go.
Oh, here's another one, hang on.
What?
No,
another penalty?
No, another kick at me.
Oh,
well, you got to buy Northland just enough. Keep banging away. Right, they could quite have easily folded, but they haven't. They're a spirited side. The way they played last week shows that they're very capable. They just haven't had the ball.
No, they certainly haven't. But one of their workhorses is Pryor. Like, he had a great ITM Cup last year, and it's continued that form on this season. He must be in Super Rugby radar for me. I think he's an excellent player.
Couple of minutes left here at AMI Stadium, and a nice tackle made on Slade by his opposite, Dan Hawkins, as Canterbury continue to hammer away here. Osborne feeds it up to Goodhue, who's had a lively debut in the 13 jersey tonight. Here's Willie Hines away to Joe Moody, and Northland just continue to make the tackles. Luke Whitelock, little sleight of hand, but this time Slade does make a mistake. Very few of those tonight. And now the kick away downfield. Here's Goodhue back here again. Nice step, but good tackle as he gets it off to Tom Sanders. A little bit scrappy as we come towards the end of this game. And Willie Hines goes across the touchline. Okay, so inside the last minute as Canterbury have possession. Now Hines, Willie Hines, and a loose pass. Joe Moody's quick, but maybe not that quick. Well, Joe Moody be loving this. We didn't see a lot of action during Super Rugby, getting a full 80 minutes in the ITM Cup. Of course, he made his All Black debut in Sydney a few weeks ago. A wild slap at the ball by Northland as we're into the last seconds of the game. As here's Osborne, and Canterbury looking to finish, and Thompson loses the ball forward, and Northland still keen to keep it alive, but it's gone into touch, and so the referee will blow the whistle. Canterbury have done it again. Too strong in the end. Northland made a good start in the game. In fact, they scored the first points. but it was 20 points to 3 at half-time, and in the finish, Canterbury make it 3 out of 3 for the season, 48 points to 3.
Well, there you go. Canterbury far, far, far too good for